Lindsey Boylan, you work here at Bryant Park Corporation. How was the situation in Bryant Park in the beginning of the 1990s?
Well, in the late 1980s, it was really the starting point for the resurgence of the park. But leading up to that point, the 70s and the early to late 80s, it was crime-ridden, an unsafe place to be. It wasn't able to be maintained at the level anywhere near where it is today, and it really took many citizens, private groups, and the city coming together in 1988 to approve a plan to really do some significant renovations to open up access and circulation to the park, and to imagine a new model for administering and generating revenue for the park.
So how is the situation today when it comes to the crime rates and safety?
Well, on both of those fronts, it's a completely different place. I analyze with our team the crime statistics annually, and we really don't have any, we have no violent crime. This limited numbers of criminal incidents that we do have is a case where a woman or man leaves their pocketbook in the park and they don't come back to it quickly enough and it's taken. But as we spoke with our security team today, more often than not, our security officers will try and flag down a person before they leave and be watching to make sure that people don't forget to leave a pocketbook. And 3 or 4 times a week, we're able to save that for them, and they come and get it after the park. So there's not really crime. The operating budget for the park is around $7 million annually. That's for 7 acres of a park. That's incredible when you think of none of that being public money and all of that going back into the management of a park that is so heavily trafficked and so loved by the public.
So what have you done during these 20 years to improve?
Well, it is a great time that you're here, because the reopening of the park after the renovation in 1992, its 20-year anniversary is this week, actually. So, initially some major renovations were made. We brought in the structure that houses the Bryant Park Grill. We've brought in amenity partners that make it an exciting place to grab lunch, to grab coffee in the morning with Witchcraft at our southwest porch. It really extends the hours that people can spend in the park throughout the day. Programming-wise, we have the HBO Film Festival in the summers. Every day of the summer we have something that attracts a population to the park. We have the highest level of horticultural maintenance, and it changes just like sort of a show throughout the year.
Yeah. But where did all the criminals and prostitutes and drug addicts go?
Well, New York as a whole has become a safer place, and I think that has to do with effective city administration, an understanding of responsibility, private responsibility, shared responsibility on the part of business improvement districts and other community groups. So the crime rate as a whole has gone down significantly across the city. Our numbers have been even better than many cases than some of the city numbers. We welcome everyone to the park, and the people who come to the park treated in a very positive way, and so we really don't have significant problems.
And how has the development affected real estate values in the park?
Well, it's very interesting you say that, because the underlying principle for a business improvement district model is that real estate values for the buildings in that district will increase as a result of a presence of a bid of business improvement districts, and that certainly has been the case. There was actually an Ernst & Young study on Bryant Park specifically, and a couple other parks, saying that looking at real estate values and saying that with this limited assessed fee that the member buildings owners, real estate owners invest, their real estate value goes up significantly, and in poor economic times is buoyed and it does not decrease, whereas other areas have. So it's a very easy argument to make. There's academic research on it, and also in New York at this point in time, because we've had the business improvement district model, I think there's a general understanding that there is a connection between effective public space management and real estate values.
Is it possible to work in this way in other countries, you think?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, I definitely think so. I think more so than, being in other countries, it matters how it's structured. Are you in a city center, and what possibilities do you have for partners and people to engage within a public space? I think more than anything else, it takes a willingness on the part of public sector actors and private sector actors to work together. So I think that has something to do with the political climate and the presence of businesses and individuals who want to be a part of that and recognize that. But there are examples. There are examples all over Europe and in Asia, and we're constantly speaking with people who come here to look at our model even and take that abroad. So I certainly think that that's possible. I think the bigger thing is structuring it in a way that makes sense for that specific locality, and a willingness on the part of public and private actors to work together.
Thank you.